to give you an idea of overall what is it that's in our vision, because I think there's a risk that people think we're just coming to do one pilot on the Isle of Man and we're going to, do one classroom in one school and then that's the end of it. That is just one tiny corner really of what we want to achieve. And what we are hoping from this community that we build around us is that we've got people that can support us across everything that we're looking to achieve, over the years really. So this slide gives you a bit of a flavour for that. So there's a part there about purpose. So what is it that we're really all about? It's about helping neurodivergent young people to be able to learn at school, influencing the experiences of our actual individual children in their actual school careers, empowering children and teachers, and building a kinder and more resilient society. Um, I'm sure you're familiar with the situation that's going on in schools across the Isle of Man and the UK as well, about the way the system works, the fact that really it's failing a number of children, particularly the neurodivergent children, which are around 30% of every classroom. If you look at the scale of that for the Isle of Man, that's around 7,000 young people that are affected. If you look at that for the UK, that's about 2.7 million children. And our aim is to help as many of those as we possibly can. The way that governments are deploying their money at the moment isn't working for this particular issue. Effectively, the governments are wasting their money on other solutions, and a lot of that, not so much in the Isle of Man, but certainly in the UK, is frankly lining the pockets of private providers. And our young people and families need this really urgently. So then if you look at the vision part on the right-hand side, this is us saying, okay, so in sort of 3-year horizon, where do we want to be? So it's about building an enduring legacy, something that's really changing priorities for schools and local authorities, and helping children and adults understand the power of design and design language, and understanding how they can use that in their lives going forwards. Possibly a PhD coming out of this as well. It's about being data driven, gathering valuable data, using that data to demonstrate the impact, collecting case studies, and hopefully over time that data itself becoming a valuable asset through a set of nationwide hubs of innovation. And what we're delivering through those nationwide hubs is classroom designs, furniture, and training. And those three things really interlinking in a package that has the overall impact on the young people. And that's what we're going to be researching through this pilot. Which of those aspects has what effect on the young people? We want to be doing this across all of the Isle of Man. We're starting with Scotland Jubilee. We're delighted that Sulby have also said they'd like to take part in the training. We're hoping that we'll be able to include other schools in that training as well. Oh, hi, Penny. I can see that you've joined while I'm talking away. Penny's from Sulby, for those who don't know. And maybe in 3 years, we'd have 20 of these up and running in the UK, as well as having spread this across the Isle of Man. That's the kind of scale that we're looking to achieve. For us, it's about collaborating. So that's one of the reasons we're building this community and having these calls, is about who can we collaborate with, how can we influence things more widely. For example, how might we influence the curriculum? How could we collaborate with people who are about curriculum and play experts? Maybe even one day go as far as setting up our own school. Becoming thought leaders in education, so that we get to the point where people are contacting us to say we want these classrooms and these ways of working in our school, influencing policy, building a costed research-based model. We're really conscious that we are working against the clock. People will copy this. They can't copy the expertise of the four of us, I'm sorry, where have I got three from? Four of us that we bring to it, but they will try and copy how the classrooms look. And we want to be ahead of that curve, and we want to be creating a solution for secondary schools as well. This is not something that's just about young children. This is something that affects children of all ages. And then there's a piece in there about satisfied founders. What is it that will make us satisfied as individuals? It's about making a difference, about speaking up, researching, taking action. There's a big piece for us here about getting stuff done. One team doing the things that we believe in. We're very passionate about this. We're very strong that we are a team and we know what it is that we want to achieve. We want to be still laughing in meetings. You know, it's how we get on as individuals, and that we are really enjoying this and having the impact that we want to make, and making returns that recognise the value that we bring, which is different from saying a profit-making enterprise. It's not what it's about. It's not about driving every last penny out of this. It's about making returns that are sensible and recognise the value that we bring and make the impact to the young people. So that's enough from me. I'm going to hand over now to Chloe and Paul to talk a little bit about when you go sort of from that macro vision into really what are we doing right now with the pilot and what are the things that we need, and then hopefully we can get into a conversation about what ideas might you have around the table for helping us on that. I'll stop sharing my screen.